All right. Okay, let's see who's jumping on board. Let's see. A few people jumping on board. That's awesome. Awesome. Very good. Let's see who's joining here. A few people coming on board. That's awesome. I want to know where you are connecting from. Is it... I have so many different people from all around the world connecting. So if you don't mind, you can just mention where you connect from so we can, I don't know, just I'm curious to see where everybody's connecting from. Okay, so we are going to talk South Africa. Awesome. Thank you for being here. South Africa. Spain. Awesome. Okay, and we have Greece here, Panilko, thank you, my friend. Finland, Northeast UK, Europe, Romania, awesome. So many wonderful people joining from around the world, I see, and that is awesome. Estonia is here, Canada, of course, Sweden, very, very good. So, the topic of today, okay? I wanted to talk briefly about the power of intention, okay? And why do I want to talk about that? I don't know, just because simply today I did something that I intended to do, like last month, of course with the help of others, right? But the intention that I had exactly October the 30th, which is a month past, right, was to add an additional 10,000 brand new followers on my TikTok page. And guess what happened? Right on the dot, on the 30th, I surpassed not only the 10,000, but I'm way over 40 already. I think I just hit 41, but that's not the point. The point that I want to make is that when you put an intention in your mind, okay, it's not necessarily just enough to just intend something and it happens, okay? You need to back it up with the emotional powerhouse as well that you are. So how do you do that? You actually put the intention out there, and at the same time, what you want to do is you want to touch the center of your heart, like right about here. And when I say touch, is because we generally have a better sense of feeling when we touch with our hand, right? Slightly, you don't need to put pressure. Just touch it even with one or two fingers, doesn't matter what, around the heart center. And now from here, I want you to feel what I call the most powerful, in my book anyway, compassion, gratefulness, appreciation, and love. Either one of them. You can't necessarily do all four, but either one of them, just focus on that feeling, okay, and hold your intention in your mind. So, by doing this, you are sending a clear message to the universe that this is exactly what you want, okay, and you are backing it up with the emotional state. In this case, your emotional state is a positive one because you're putting a positive vibration and frequency into the thought or the intention, because the intention is nothing but a thought, right? So what you are doing here is you're actually combining the electrical and magnetic fields of your body, okay? Because the universe, this is the language it actually understands. It understands frequency and vibration, okay? It doesn't understand your verbal communication to it. So let's say you verbally say something and it doesn't come, it doesn't manifest. That's because the universe doesn't know what you're asking, okay? It's not trying to punish you. It's not trying to do anything like that. It's just, it operates in a fashion, it's like a reflector, okay? So when you send something out there, the universe is going to reflect it right back at you. So whatever frequency and vibration you're sending, it's going to send it back to you in a greater form. Okay? So you put the intention out, you back it up with your emotions as well, and that way you are combining the electrical field with your magnetic field, and what happens is you're sending out the message and you're getting what you asked for and more, believe it or not. It's a very, very powerful tool, and I suggest for anybody that wants to manifest anything in their life to use it, because it is not hard to do at all. It is very, very simple to do. All you need to do, like I said, is to marry, if you might say, the mind and the heart. So what you want to have is you want to have mind and heart coherence. Okay, that's what I mean by marry. And what you're doing by having a heart and mind coherence, you are actually marrying the electrical part of your field, your energy, to the magnetic part of your field, and things just get amplified much more. Okay, so that's what I wanted to briefly say. Now, since I have all of you here, for anybody that doesn't know me, if it's your first time here, thank you for popping up on my page and on my live. And you can also check my page if you're here, right? And if you like what you see, you can hit a follow, and also right where your friends list is, you can hit actually the bell notification right beside it, so that way every time I do upload a video, you can be the first to get notified. And also at the bottom of my page, you will find Linktree. You can tap on that, and that will direct you towards my YouTube and Instagram as well, because I do different things on different platforms. Of course, they are all related to this kind of work. And, I take the YouTube, I take these lives and I upload them actually on YouTube as well. That way we don't miss out on anything. And for those of you that want to subscribe, this is your opportunity. You can do so while I'm live, of course. Anybody that does so, you can have a 15-minute free not consultation, but a get together, just so we can just kind of touch base. So now, having said this about the intention and how powerful it really is, I hope that you actually put it to the test, okay? Let's get some more likes here, because the more likes we get, the more of a feeding frenzy we create here on TikTok. It seems like a beautiful TikTok loves it when we create a feeding frenzy. Hello, my friend. John is in the house. Hello, John. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you are here, of course, as usual. You are awesome. Now, having said this, anybody that wants to discuss anything, by all means, you can ask me. This is your opportunity. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to the topic of intention, okay? It can be related to anything else. Doesn't really matter. Thank you, John. I'm so truly blessed to have you here, of course. Okay. And watching from, Kuwait is in the house. Sweden is in the house. That is awesome. Thank you for joining. It really, really means a lot. So for those of you that missed it, again, I was talking, John, I believe you just joined. So I was talking about the power of intention. And I was saying that just a short month ago, October the 30th, I was out there congratulating all of you for the 30,000 mark, 30,000 followers, October 30th, right? And while I said that, I had the intention, I put the intention out there. Hi, Rick. Nice to have you here, my friend. Like usual, good morning, good morning. As I had that 30,000 mark on October the 30th, and I uploaded the video and I thanked everybody, I put the intention that I wanted by November the 30th, at least an additional 10,000 followers, right? Because we want to grow, we want to expand, we want to give the universe the message that we are ready for whatever the universe wants to send to us, right? And we want to awaken as many people with us and just bring them on board, right? And guess what happened? I put the intention, okay, but I didn't just put it. I put the intention, like I said, you tie it with your heart center, and this way you have a brain or mind and heart coherence, right? So what you're doing is you're taking the electrical part of your being with the magnetic part, okay, and you are creating basically an electromagnetic field. That's what you're doing, and you're sending it out, okay. And when you send it out in this powerful way, your response will be not only met, but it will exceed what you wanted. Prime example: I asked for 10,000. I'm already, I believe, at 11,000 plus on top of what it was. So I'm looking at 41,000 plus right now. So I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to show you how important it is to actually put the intention out there. It doesn't matter what it is that you want to do. And then you want to marry that intention with your heart center. How do you do that? Simply, you put the intention out, okay? And then what you do is you slightly touch your heart center. And I'm saying touch because like that you can actually feel it. We have a tendency of when we touch something, we feel it more. And as you are touching your heart center, take a deep breath. You go, like take a couple of deep breaths just to calm down, right? And as you're doing this, what you want to do is you want to feel either appreciation, gratitude, compassion, or love, or any other positive emotion that you can feel, really, okay? It's more about the frequency and the vibration. That's all it is. So you take one of those and you feel it, and when you feel it, you're going to feel a very nice, warm, tingling sensation within you. You are going to feel, if it is love that you're feeling, you are going to feel love just blooming all over the place, right? So you have your intention, you have your emotion, you marry it. That's how you marry it. You just keep it like that for a few minutes, okay? And then after you do this, okay, you just simply let it go. Okay, your intention is gone. It's there and it will manifest. Believe me, there's no two ways about it. It will manifest. So that's what I was talking about. I know that John just jumped in and Rick also jumped in. So that's why I wanted to actually share this information with you. Now, thank you, John, as always. Tapping, tapping, tapping. Well done. Thank you, John. Thank you, my friend. Congratulations, 40K. And Rick, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Happy for your goal. Yes, Rick, that's what I was saying. Thank you for being here. What I was basically saying is exactly, you set the intention out and then you marry it with your emotion, with a positive emotion, okay? And then you set it out and you let it go. And it works. It works like a charm. It works like magic, okay? It really, really works like magic. And to be quite honest with you, I think, just to give you an example, yesterday around early in the morning, I was looking, it was like at 30, not that it mattered, I was just saying it was like at 37,300 like followers, and I was looking, I'm saying, well, I have one day left, right? And my intention was for 40,000, which means like an additional 10. And it almost, like, you know how your mind plays tricks on you? It tries to creep up and says, no, you're not going to do it. No, you're going to fail. And guess what happened? I quickly caught that thought and I said, no, okay? Like, I'm the master here. When I say I'm the master, I mean I'm the master of my reality. So you're not going to tell me I'm going to fail. And guess what happened? Within one day, like, it just boomed. It just boomed. So my intention did come through and beyond that. So that's what I'm saying. Put the intention out there, marry it with your emotions, and remarkable, remarkable things will happen, my friends. Okay, let's see some of your comments here about intention or anything else, really. Doesn't really matter. Just trying to see. Thanks. Okay. I'm trying to see what my subs are saying here first, because you guys, when you jump in, you're a healthy bunch and you have a lot of comments and a lot of questions. Thank you for that, my friend Rico. Okay, right back up. Hello, nice to hear from you. Okay, trying to go back up now to see what kind of questions we have. I have been doing it, but not sure what's wrong. Okay, so like I said, that's probably what is wrong, if you want to call it wrong, okay? You need to marry the intention with your emotional state, okay? So there's nothing wrong with it. It just, you need to tweak it up a bit. Because what happens is when you put the intention out there, that works as well, okay? But when you marry it with your emotional state, you are marrying the electric field with a magnetic field. You are creating an electromagnetic field, and the universe, thank you, Pixie, the universe understands this language. The universe, or the field or source or whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter, right? It just, scientists lately, believe it or not, that have caught on to this, they started calling it the field. Okay, so in scientific terms, now it is called the field. So it doesn't matter what you want to call it, it is there regardless, okay? So that is the language that it understands. It understands frequency and vibration. It doesn't understand words. So you can be sitting there, my friend, and you can be speaking words, and you can be turning blue in your face, like, you know, just shutting them out. This is what I want, this is what I want. It is not going to work like that, because the field, as scientists want to call it now, I prefer to call it source, or, you know, it doesn't operate like that. It understands frequency and vibration, okay? And the whole universe operates under frequency and vibration. And what you set out, it is kind of a, like I said, a reflector. So you push love out, you get more of it. Thank you. You push hate out, you get more of it. You push anger out, you get more of it, and plus more, you know. And the reason that this is happening is not because the universe is trying to punish you, okay? It is happening because that's the language that it understands. So when you send something out, it figures, oh, this is what you want. Okay, I'll give you more of it. Boop, 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 boop. Because in its mind, if you want to call it a mind, it's doing its job. It's keeping you happy, okay? So the same thing happens with intent. When you put the intention out there and then you feed it with your positive emotion, it gives you right what you intended. It gives it to you right back, and even in a more powerful way. So you're not really doing anything wrong. You just need to tweak it up a bit. Heart, mind, electromagnetic field, aura. Yes, Panilko, 1000%. You got it, my friend. So, how to stay awake and not to fall asleep? Well, you're already on the right track, because obviously you know the difference between being awake and falling asleep, right? The way you stay awake is by simply focusing in the present moment and being aware of your thoughts, okay? Being aware of what is happening around you. And awareness in itself is not necessarily going to wake you up, okay? But awareness, when you are aware and you choose not to intervene with anything that's happening around you, is a quicker way to wake you up, because you quickly realize that whatever you see around you, or whatever your emotional state is, you are not it, right? Because you are the awareness that observes everything around you. So if you are observing something, then you can't be the subject that you are observing, okay? So that's what you need to do. Just be more aware, and don't fall for your mind's games. That's all. And we said, okay, hello from Sweden. And of course, John, thank you for the roses. You're so amazing. Congratulations on your 40K. Thank you, 28 days. I love that. Well done. Thank you, John. I like that too. Hope you're doing well. Hi, friend. Thank you, John. You're the best. And good evening, my friend. Good evening to you too as well. Let's see, any other comments? Thank you for sharing the live. By the way, John, you are amazing, my friend. Thanks for welcoming me here. Excuse me for a while. Yeah, not a problem, my friend. You do what you need to do. Okay, you don't need to be excused. Good evening. Hope you well. Awesome. And Barbara's in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. John, thanks, John. Hello, good evening. Nat is in the house. Nice to have you on board, Nat. Carl, thank you. Wow, the messages are just pouring in right now. Panilko, Shaki, Divine Feminine Energy. Definitely active today since we connected. Awesome. Nice to know that, my friend. Always a blast to have you here. How's the weather in Greece, by the way, Panilko? Are you guys having still double-digit weathers in Greece? Or double-digit temperatures, I should say? Or did you kind of fall into the single digits, which I can't see that happening, not at least at this time in Greece. Okay, let's see who else is here. And DC, okay, 100% heart-brain coherence, yes, is the key. And 0.1 hertz frequency music to the coherence meditation. Yes, actually, music, believe it or not, is, again, it's frequency, right? And when you are in alignment with certain music, of course, and certain frequencies, it always speeds up the process. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Going down, trying to see if any of my subs say anything here. How to clear the negative energy to manifest positivity. I love it. I'm not laughing at your comment, by the way. It just, every time I see a comment that kind of, breaks it down to positive and energy, I can't help it but smile. So, Courtney, thank you for the beautiful question. Pretty much the way you got to see it is that energy just is. Okay, there's no such thing as negative energy or positive energy. This is just a definition that we have put in, we created it in our mind through, it's been passed down to us from generation to generation, from our mentors, our teachers, our parents, our co-workers, doesn't matter what, right? Our great-grandfathers, great-grandmothers, doesn't matter. Just, it's one of those things. But in reality, energy just is. And the best way to clear it, as you say here, is to simply just let it be. Okay, and do not try to label it. Okay, and the minute you don't label it, and then what you do is you increase your emotional state. When I say increase your emotional state, I'm saying like try to feel what do you call it? Emotions of love, gratitude, appreciation, compassion, right? I keep insisting on those ones a lot because those four are some of my four favorites, actually, okay? But all of them will do, like joy, any positive emotion will do, of course. And that's how you get rid of that, if that's what you want, of course. And Panilko says science is very young. Slowly, they're getting there. Yes, you're absolutely right, Panilko. Science is very, very young still. And they are headed towards the right direction, though. That is for sure. And kudos to them. They definitely are headed towards the right direction. But they are discovering certain things that a lot of even the ancient masters already knew, okay? And a lot of these ancient masters, it wasn't information that was passed down to them. Thank you for the subscription. It was information that actually came to them. It was information that was downloaded to them. Because, believe it or not, every generation has so-called what we call masters. And a lot of times it's not just one master or two. There's multiple what we call masters, okay? And there's a lot of people that are in alignment with the universe or, your higher being, inner being, source, or as science calls it now, the field. Okay, that's a new word, but I like it, the field. It's all good. Hello, sorry, I'm late, but I am here. Thank you, Katrina, for joining. Don't be sorry at all. You join whenever you can join. How can I get help or support spiritually from my dead father? All right. So, first of all, we need to understand that the word dead is again something that was passed down to us. It is something that we have been conditioned to believe, okay? Nobody, and I mean nobody, ever dies. Why? Because you were never born to begin with to die. And what I'm talking about is who you really are, okay? Because your body, even your body on a scientific level, even your body, when you zoom down deep inside, okay, you will find that it is just energy dancing around, okay? And science, like I said, has picked up on this as well lately. So if your body, not if, we know that your body is totally energy dancing around, and everybody knows that you cannot create energy nor destroy energy. What does this tell you? That tells you that the energy that has formed, in this case your father's body, okay, was never created nor destroyed. Your father still is. Maybe not in that physical body that you remember him, but he's still around as a consciousness. He's still around in a different dimension. He's still around, okay? So thank you, Katrina, for that. So nobody ever dies. It's like going in from one room to another. The way to get support or spiritual help, as you call it, from your father is by simply having your father in your mind. And when you put your father in your mind, if you close your eyes, that actually helps even better, okay? Focus on your father as you remember him, being happy, smiling, okay? Focus on him as being in the most positive and most light, when I say light, thank you for that, way as possible, right? His aura must be glowing. See him like this. And when you see him like this and you feel the connection, then ask him simply, okay? You can ask him out loud or you can actually think it. And what am I saying? It doesn't matter if it's out loud or think it, because on the other side, language doesn't exist, believe it or not. Everybody communicates with everybody else telepathically. So you just think it. Your father knows exactly what you want from him, and he will give you the answer. Now, whatever answer comes to you, you might think that it is your imagination, but I guarantee you it is not your imagination. And you can also make this discovery by realizing that the information that your father will send you or give you is information that you generally wouldn't know, okay? Try it out. Tell me how it plays out for you. Okay, anybody down from my Santa Plazas? Okay, awesome. I'm going down. Thank you. Hi, Helen. Thank you for the beautiful hat and mustache. Or did I get a mustache? Or did I get confused with mine? It's all good. Thank you. Panilko. Sorry, guys. I'm going down to see. Hello, my friend. What did I miss? Okay, Rick. So you didn't miss much, Rick. What I was basically saying was about the intention, okay? And when you actually put an intention out there, you can even put a certain time frame on it if you must, okay? Like I did. I put a time frame from October 30th to November 30th. I wanted to have at least 10,000 more followers, right? So the intention was there, and then I married that. Thank you for that. I married that with the magnetic field. Okay, so basically what I did was I put the intention out there, Rick. I touched my heart center, like mostly on the left here. Closed my eyes, took a deep breath. Nice and calm, right? Deep. And then what I did was I felt the emotion of love, because I love feeling love. Okay, and I married that emotion with my intent, and then I kept it for at least 5 minutes. You don't have to do that. You keep it as long as you feel comfortable with it. And after keeping it for 5 minutes, I simply let it go, and I didn't even give it a second thought. After that, I just did it once and I let it go, and voila, come November 30th, 1 month later, not only did I get my 10,000 followers, but I also surpassed them, okay, by a long shot. So That's what I was saying. So you didn't really miss anything, Rick. All right. Anybody else? Thank you. Thank you. Um, Courtney, thank you. Okay, Rick. Hi, mate. John and Rick. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm going down to see what's going on here. Polly Vibes. Hi, sorry, have to go. Love and light to you. Thank you, my friend, and thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you. And sent files. Sorry, guys. I'm zooming down because I got a lot of questions here. Guys, let's get the likes up to 10K. Oh, wow. Thank you, John. You are awesome, my friend. So first I go down and see what my subs are saying, because after all, they did subscribe, and they take priority when they are on my lives, of course. Not that nobody else matters. That's not what I'm saying. You all matter. But since they're here, I like to make them feel special, and they are. But at the same time, everybody is special. I love all of you here. Panilko, okay, it's a bit rainy in my city. Pretty good weather this time of year, getting cold winter. Okay, I'm not sure, are you in Athens or are you somewhere, are you in northern Greece? I'm not sure where you are, Panilko, but wherever you are, just know that I'm thinking about you. I'm trying to go up, see what's going on. Good evening, boss. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking, my friend. Just trying to see, can you tell about being active in dreams? Okay, I guess what you're talking about is having, thank you. Only me is here as well. Thank you for joining. I guess you're talking about being active, meaning you want to have a lucid dream that we say, right? So lucid dreams are the dreams that we actually realize, or we are aware that we are in a dream, okay? Now, thank you for bringing that up, because now I'm going to make a key point here. It's no different than being awake, by the way. What do I mean by that? I'll get to that, okay? When you are having a lucid dream, excuse me, what that means is that you are aware that you are dreaming. This gives you special powers now, okay? This makes you the superhero of your dream. You are literally Superman in your dream, or a god in your dream. You know why? Because you have total control. Let's say your dream goes, let's say, bad, okay, and you are in a lucid dream, of course, and you are aware that something bad is happening. You can do whatever you want. You have the power to change that dream in a second. You can toss people around, you can make them fly, you can make them move, you can make them freeze, you can do whatever you want. You know why? Because you are aware that you are in a dream. Now, real life, quote unquote, operates the same way. The more aware you are in the present moment, the more power you have, okay? You might not be able to toss people around like you do in your dream, but regardless, the power is very, very real, and it is there, okay? So the combination that you are looking for here is the actual awareness. You are aware in your dream that you are dreaming. If you can bring that into real life and be aware that you are here, right now, the same kind of a power applies to you. Beautiful. I love it. Nice comment. I really, really love it. I love it. And Valentino, do you know how to get an out-of-body experience? Because I had it, but I want to do it again, but I don't know how. So there's multiple ways, Valentino, of having an out-of-body experience, okay? And there's different methods that work better with different people. Now, if you can remember what state of mind you were in when you had the out-of-body experience, then that would be the key to what worked in your case for you. Okay? Because what works for others might not necessarily work for you. But again, having said this, if you practice it, it should work. Okay? So my favorite way of doing it is simply just before you go to sleep, lay down wherever you're laying down. Thank you, Rico. Okay. Lay down and have the room half dim. Okay, so you don't want it to be bright and you don't want it to be dark either. The reason for this is because you want to be able to see a spot in the distance, maybe like across from you. Let's say your bed is here, right across you have something on the wall. It could be a nail on the wall. It could be a small frame or a picture, or it doesn't matter what. Or it could be like a piece of paint that's missing. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying, right? You focus on that particular spot and you keep your focus on it. Okay? And by doing that, you don't move a muscle. This is key. Because every time you move, your body is going to wake up, kind of thing. So what you want to do is you want to make your body fall asleep, but you want to keep your awareness intact. Okay? You don't want your consciousness in this reality to drift off, right? So if you manage to do this, what's going to happen is, as you are looking at the spot on the wall, you simply try to reach for that spot without you moving. If you are successful at this, you are going to quickly realize that you are right at that spot. And the minute you turn around, you are going to be looking at your body from that spot. Once you are able to observe your body from that spot, you know that you were successful. From here, don't panic, because the minute you panic, you're going to be right back in your body, okay? So you can't panic here because you're going to be pushed right back in your body. From here, what you do is you either roam around in the house where you're in. You can do that, okay? Or you simply put, again, the intention, okay? Like we were talking about, you put the intention in your mind that you want to, I don't know, visit a relative in Denmark or some other country. I'm just saying, or in Italy. Valentino sounds like an Italian name. So maybe you want to see a relative in Italy or somewhere in the States, or it doesn't matter where, right? Next thing you know, the minute you put the intention there, you will be there, boom, in a flash. Doesn't take time at all. Because, again, on the other side, time and distance do not exist. It's irrelevant, okay? You only experience time and distance in this physical reality because we wanted to discover what linear time actually feels like, okay? But who you really are is beyond time, beyond space, and the minute you think about something, you are automatically there. Try that out, Valentino, and let me know how it plays out for you. Okay, can you tell us about spirit more? Okay, about spirit. What would you like to know about spirit, my friend? Elias 24? Spirit is everywhere around you. Spirit is what you are in essence, if you want to call it that. Okay, you are a being of love and light. But a lot of us like to call it a spirit. Doesn't matter what you call it. I don't like to put any labels on it. This is where you operate all the time, believe it or not. Who you are here in this particular moment is just a small portion of you, or a small portion of what you call spirit here, okay? If you want to know more details, let me know exactly what it is that you are looking from spirit. Thank you, Christian. Okay. Hey, is it safe to connect with the spirit? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know a lot of times you have heard about, ground yourself or put a shield around you to protect yourself. Again, this is all tricks that your mind is playing. These are all fear tactics that your brain is trying to come up because you always, oh, we need protection from something. You don't, because who you really are cannot be harmed. As a matter of fact, nobody can do anything to you, who you really are, I'm talking about, unless you allow it yourself. Okay, so you need to be a cooperative component for this to happen. If there's no cooperation from your end, nothing will happen to you. So is it safe to connect with spirit? 1000%. Just have no fear. Okay. When are we going to get a blackout in Los Angeles, CA? Wow. Are you looking for a blackout in Los Angeles? I'm curious. Or again, are you afraid? All right. Hello, hello, hello. Trying to see what's going on here. Okay. Love and light to you, my friend. Just trying to see what's happening. Yes, exactly. Things the sages and masters had experienced and awareness, insight of epignosis. Yes, 1000%, my friend Panilko. Katrina, thanks for the fires. John, of course, you are amazing every time you're around here. And John, again, let's get the likes up to 10K. Thanks, John. I think we passed that. We're at 16.2, but thank you, John. You're amazing, my friend. I gotta go down and see what happened here. Good evening. Shahira's in the house. Hi, hello, my friend Shahira. From London, of course. How's your weather out in London, Shahira? Do you guys have a lot of rain these days? Usually London is known for its rain, but just asking. And of course, only me sent the mic. Love you guys. All you guys are here. You are so amazing. Trying to say anything. That would be crazy. I don't panic, laugh out loud. John, that's good if you don't panic. I like that, John. Thank you. Keep on going. Share the live. Thank you. Thank you. And only me is asking. I wake up at the body. I could not move, and fear was powerful, and someone was running at me. So, yes, what you basically experienced, there's a terminology for it, but what happened in your case, only me, is your body fell asleep while your brain was awake, okay? And while you can use this to your advantage for like what Valentino was asking earlier, Valentino was asking about how to have an out-of-body experience, actually. And this is a key component, what you wrote here, only me. At this stage, you can actually leave your body, okay? The reason why you didn't leave your body is because you let the fear overcome, okay? Like you said, the fear was powerful, and it normally is, and it's natural for fear to develop in this condition because you feel that you want to move and you can't move. The reason that you can't move is because your body pretty much is sleeping, okay? And it's not really connected with your brain to that point yet. But if you really wanted to force yourself to move, you will wake up, you will move, obviously. But this is actually the state that we are looking for in order to have an out-of-body experience. The difference is you want to create this state. Thank you, Christian. You want to create this state without connecting with the fear part of it. So in this state, what you could have done is you could have looked at a specific spot in the room and you could have tried to reach it. Next thing you know, you would have been out of your body. Very, very close, only me. Very close. You could have came back with a lot of interesting information. Because generally speaking, that's what happens. Out-of-body experiences, people come up totally awakened or totally, they have some amazing stories to tell. And so here, very cloudy in the last few days, but not much rain. Awesome. When are you coming here in Germany? That is very, very good. Thank you, guys. Lovely. You guys are just awesome. Spirit Soul, thank you for those beautiful roses. It seems like everybody wants me everywhere. I'm wanted in Germany, I'm wanted in Greece, I'm wanted in Italy, I'm wanted in the US, of course, I'm wanted in Canada where I'm at. I'm wanted in Australia, New Zealand, India came up, only me, thank you. Thank you for that. I'm wanted everywhere, but at the end, I think we're going to have to meet somewhere in between because, like I said, the whole world is kind of sending me invitations now. So we're going to have to meet somewhere in between where it's easy for everybody to get to, and maybe we will call it a conference or something. You know what I mean? Get together with a whole bunch of other, you know, beautiful people and just create something like that. Yes, Panilko, that's what it's called. Sleep paralysis. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. You came to my rescue. Thanks, Panilko. That's the word I was looking for. And Camila joined. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. And Abisola, please pray for me. What are you praying for? Something happened that I'm not aware of? What happened that I'm not aware of? Hi, beautiful souls. Good to see you, Mr. Oh, thank you, my friend. Always nice to have you here, Camila, as well. And Nick says, how can I connect with a dear friend of mine who took her own life? Nikki in South Africa. Nikki, again, thank you for the beautiful heart, Camila. Again, the same principle applies, and thank you for the share. So the way you connect with your friend that took her life, of course, is by simply, thank you for that, John, thinking of her, not in a negative way. Don't think about her. Like when you think about her, it's hard. When somebody takes their life, what happens is a lot of us, thank you, my friend, when we look back at that person, we think of them in a negative light or a negative way. And you shouldn't do that, right? I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying in general, people have a tendency of doing this. What you want to do is you want to connect with her, okay, as if she's already alive. She's here. She's in the present moment. She's happy. She's smiling. She's exuberant, okay? And when you connect with her in this fashion, once you feel the connection, what I want you to do is I want you to ask her something, whatever it is that you want to ask her, including why would she take her own life? It doesn't matter. You know why? Because when they cross over, they don't get offended, believe it or not. Okay, they don't see things the same way that we do here in the physical realm. They see things in a more open, more broadened way, and they don't get offended. So you can ask anything you want. And the response that you will get might blow your mind away, actually. And the information that's going to come through to you, whether it is a vocal information, like her speaking to you, or whether it is a vision that might come to you. That's why I suggest you close your eyes when you do this, by the way. Whether it is an emotion that comes to you, or whether it comes as a download. Okay, regardless, you will find information there that you know it is coming from her. Okay, because the information that you're going to get is generally speaking information that you yourself are not aware of. Okay, try it out and let me know how it plays out for you. Let's see, any of my subs. Norway needs you. Camila, thank you, my friend. Like I said, the whole world is here, and you all seem to want to join somewhere. And Camila, yes, you're talking to only me as well. That's very good. And Makrab, hi, can you please explain if we can use a 1 minute whole, the thought for manifestation for several wishes? Okay, so you want to use the 1 minute, but you want to do it for several manifestations. Is that what you're saying? So, I wouldn't recommend that. And I'll tell you why. I wouldn't recommend that because you're scattering your energy. You want to use 1 minute for this manifestation, another minute for the other manifestation, another minute for the other. I get what you're saying, right? But I wouldn't recommend that, because what you're doing is you're scattering your energy instead of having it focused on one spot. What I would suggest you do is take one thing, the most important thing that you want to manifest, and focus on that. Okay? Once that has been accomplished, then you move on to the next thing that you want to manifest. Okay? The next second most important thing. And the third, just go down the list. Okay? So you create a list and you go one by one. But don't try to manifest, let's say you want 4 different things. You want to manifest all 4 at the same time. Don't do that. Okay? Because you're spreading your energy. And that's not what you want to do. You want your energy to be clean, focused, and not spread out. Okay, so one manifestation at a time. Now, is it possible to have all 4 come to you? Yes, it is. That's not what I'm saying. It is very, very possible for all 4 to come to you, but don't push for it. If it is for it to come to you, it will come to you. If you are fully present and aware in the moment, whatever it is that's in alignment with you will come to you. Now, make no mistake. But for you to push for all 4 to come, then you are creating an obstacle. Okay, let's see who else is here. Sent Lock and Key. Thank you, Camila. Awesome, awesome. John, you're remarkable. I'm going down because I got a lot of messages and I want to see what my subs are saying here. Not that everybody else is not important. That's not what I'm saying. But for those that did subscribe, they are here. I need to kind of honor them when they are here, right? So what's your thoughts on psychedelics? Thank you for asking, Camila. First of all, know that all these are tools. Okay, they can be tools to use. Thank you, Elena. To use as you please. Now, are they necessary for you to awaken? No, they're not. Are they necessary for you to find your true power, your true meaning? No, no, they're not. Are they necessary for you to grow and expand? No, they're not. But can you use them because you feel like using them? Just, like you would use any other tool? Of course you can. Okay? You can use anything you want and there's nothing wrong with it as long as you are in alignment with it. I'm talking too much, I think. That's all good. It's all good. And a few Americans are here. Awesome. Beautiful. Helen, you're welcome. Sorry. Okay, you guys are talking to one another. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely. Okay. No, I mean later during the day. Okay. You can do it anytime. Okay, thank you, because we have inner conversation all day long. Yes, you do have inner conversation all day long, of course. And the best way to, again, connect would probably be when you find a moment of stillness, a moment of silence, a moment of quietness, when the world around you is already going quiet, which for the majority of us, it's either, early at night or late at night or first thing in the morning, okay? So before the world, in your part of the world, before they wake up in the morning and start going, conducting their normal business, or before everybody, is just kind of winding down and going to sleep, that's probably your best way to connect with whoever you want to connect from the other side, because you're more open to it. And Shahira, what are your thoughts on Sadhguru, the Indian man? Awesome. It's funny that you mentioned that, because yesterday my wife and I were actually at an Indian restaurant here where I'm at. It's a very upscale Indian restaurant. Lately, wherever I go, I meet quite a few Indian people, and I just love their culture, love their food. They've been around for thousands and thousands of years. They have a lot of spiritual masters and spiritual teachings that they have created, thousands of years ago. And Sadhguru, believe it or not, is also one of those sages, if one might call him. Sadhguru is very, very unique. Sadhguru, in a lot of parts of India, they consider him to be as a god, believe it or not. They look at him, they really look at him really high up there, and they really respect his opinions. So, with Sadhguru, I might not agree with everything he says, but having said that, he says a lot of brilliant things, believe it or not. He does. He's very well in alignment with what he does, and he's a must see. I would recommend to anybody to go check Sadhguru. Thank you, Shahira. Guys, if you get a subscription, you'll get a 15-minute free one-to-one Zoom. Yes, they will, John. So, having said this, I'm going to go back, yes. Like John said, anybody that wishes to subscribe, they can subscribe right here, right now. This is the only time you can do it while I am live. Anybody that does subscribe and wishes to have a 15-minute one-on-one with me, they may do so, and we can arrange that. Thank you, John, for saying that. And for those of you that don't know me, you can thank you for that as well. Thank you, thank you. For those of you that don't know me, you can actually look me up on my page here on TikTok. And if you like what you see, hit the follow button, of course, and hit the notifications little bell icon. You're going to find that under the following list or friends list. And at the bottom of my page, you're going to see my link tree. Okay, if you tap the link tree, it's going to direct you to my YouTube and Instagram pages, or channel, I should say. One is a channel, the other one I'm not sure what to call Instagram. Either way, it's gonna direct you to those two platforms, and I do different things on different platforms. Of course, they all related to this. I do upload these videos on YouTube. That way, nobody misses them, including myself. Okay. So that is awesome. Thank you, John, for saying that. Okay. And any other questions here? Camila, I was thinking about trying mushrooms, but I don't know if there is a point in it for me or not. So again, like I said, Camila, some people have tried them and have had amazing results. Some other people have tried them and they just ended up with a massive headache. So it all depends on what you want to accomplish. It all depends on what you are in alignment with. Okay, do you necessarily need mushrooms to reach levels of awareness and consciousness? No, you don't. Can you use them as a tool? Yes, you can. So it all depends on what you want to do with it. I keep saying, if you are in alignment with something, go right ahead and do it, okay? Let's get some more likes here. The more likes you get, or we get here, what happens is TikTok bumps us up even more and brings more people on board. The more people we have, the more awakening, we create in this universe, I should say. Trying to go down, see if any of my subs have said something here again. Sorry, guys. I have a lot of messages, so that's why I'm zooming down, because I give priority to people that have subscribed, like I said, because if I have 50, 60 messages, I can't get to everybody on, a short live, right? So I have a tendency of going to find where my subs are, because after all, they did pay for a subscription, so they deserve some credit, right? Not that the rest of you are not important. That's not what I'm saying. I love you all. Hello, my dear friend. Ma's in the house. Hi, Ma. Nice to have you here. Camila, I am not, but got proof. Okay. That's all good. User John, how to connect with your spirit guides and spirit team to work with you. So the same way, John. The best way for you to connect with your spirit guides and your spirit team to work with you is to simply ask them. You can ask them out loud, or you can ask them in your mind, okay? But my suggestion would be, just before you go to sleep at night, to ask them at that particular time. And if you can, if you have a pen and paper, let's say you have a pen and paper beside your bed, or maybe you have an extra phone beside your bed, right? What you want to do is the minute you might wake up in the middle of the night. That's why I'm saying, right? When you wake up in the middle of the night, what you want to do is you want to write down whatever information came down to you, okay? Or if you don't want to write it down, you can grab a phone, like I said, and you can quickly record yourself, or a tape recorder will do as well. You can quickly record yourself what played out in your dream state, right? And the reason for that is because when you ask for your spirit guides or your spirit team to connect with you, a lot of times you will wake up, even though they have connected with you, you're not going to remember it unless you have some way of recording it, okay? And that's very beneficial to you if you can record it. Okay, who else is here? And Melanie, how do you move the ball? That's cool. So to move the ball is actually, again, we need to realize that everything is energy and we are all connected to everything around us, okay? Now, in this universe, Melanie, and beyond this universe, you will find there's two, I don't know if I should call them elements, there's two components, I should say, right? One is energy, the other one is consciousness or awareness, right? And you are going to see that the two are kind of playing a dance together, okay? So when you have energy, you know, moving around, doing its thing, and then you have consciousness or awareness that projects itself on this energy, it changes this energy, okay? Now, everything around us is energy, including our body, including that beautiful ball, okay? If you are conscious enough to connect with this ball, you can make it move, not just the ball, but anything around you, okay? Because you are the awareness behind it, okay? The ball is just a ball, it's energy, it's just energy that has formed into a ball. If you know how to connect with that ball, the sky's the limit. So there's no magic trick. Anybody can really do it if you know how to connect with it. As a matter of fact, I think Panilko is here. Yes, if he's still here, Panilko does a lot of that stuff as well, and he's in Greece, but he also knows how to move objects and do different stuff like that. Okay. Okay, Helen, that's very special. Embrace it for what it's worth to you. Thank you, Camila. You're awesome, my friend. You guys are speaking to one another. That's awesome. John, thank you. Yes, I hope I answered your question there, John. I guess I did. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Connect with it. That's amazing. I wish I could learn more about that. Yeah. One way to connect with it is to focus on it. So what do I mean? Let's say you have a pen, okay, and you want to move this pen. Thank you, Misa. The better way of phrasing that is you don't necessarily want to move this pen, but you want to influence this pen. Okay, the way you do it is by observing it. If you can touch it, feel it, like you feel its weight, feel what it feels like in your hands, right? What is happening is you are connecting your energy with its energy, okay? You are forming a bond, okay? Now, if the object is not close to you and you can't touch it, in this case, you would simply just look at it. Just look at it and focus on it, okay? And when you are focusing on it, you are projecting your awareness to, in this case, this pen, right? You're projecting your awareness to this pen. This pen, believe it or not, has a certain degree of consciousness in it as well, okay? By you projecting your awareness on it, what is happening is you are raising its awareness. You are raising its awareness towards you. It knows that you are there. I know for some of you this might seem like this is crazy, or this is like, how do you do that? But it's not crazy because everything is energy. And when I tell you this, I know because I've done this many, many times with balls, with pens, with anything. So I'm talking about first-hand experience, right? You're raising its awareness. And when you raise its awareness, you can influence it much, much better. When you feel that you have a connection, you can simply give it an intent, just like when we started this live. You can give it an intent. Thank you, John. Or you can give it a slight command. Okay? Or you can visualize it moving. Or there's so many ways of doing it. That's why I'm saying or. Or you can, if it's close by, you can project energy from your hand to the pen. Okay? If you've done energy work and you know how energy feels in your hands, you can also do it that way. So there's multiple ways of influencing something. You can use your energy, you can use the universe's energy by projecting it, you can use your third eye, you can use your emotional state by raising its vibration through emotion, you can use just focusing on it and connecting with it that way and influence it. There's so many, many, many ways. It takes time to master it though, okay? It really does. And Helen, thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing as well. Do you know anyone who has ever had the nail marks of Jesus on their hands? As a matter of fact, I have heard about a few people that have had the nail hands of Jesus, okay? Believe it or not, I know of a person, they didn't have the nail marks of Jesus, but they had other marks that would appear from apparently the Virgin Mary. But having said that, I haven't personally witnessed it myself. Okay, I've heard of people having that, but personally I haven't witnessed it. Can it happen? Of course it can. Yes, stigmata, or stigmata like we call in Greek, Panilko. Thank you very, very much. You're a lifesaver these days, my friend. Yes, many accounts recorded. Thank you, Panilko. I knew you were going to come to the rescue like usual. Amazing, amazing. Thank you. I'm going back up and trying to see if I missed anybody, which I'm sure I have missed some people up here. Because earlier I went right down and I was trying to find... Okay, Panilko says here, other substances will not bring a permanent awakening. If it does not, rare, on many not be mature ready. Yes, absolutely. So we're talking about the substances like the psychedelics, Panilko, right? We're talking about like mushrooms or something like that. Absolutely. It's not going to bring a permanent awakening. That is for sure. That's why I call them tools, okay? Tools can bring you something on a temporary scale. Are they going to make a life change on you? They might not. It all depends on what state of mind you were, okay? But for true awakening to happen, psychedelics are not necessary, okay? None of it is necessary because you are the awareness behind everything. And all you need to do is tap into this awareness. All you need to do is tap into who you really are. That's awesome. You guys are amazing. Did. Okay. Okay, so large percentage of people with mental problem, etc., due to premature awakening, believe it or not. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Panilko. And baby girl, I'm still dreaming of helping people. That is awesome. Now when you say dreaming, are you actually dreaming of helping people, like in your dream state, or are you dreaming as something that you want to do? Choking. Because there is a difference, but again, there is a connection. Whether you're dreaming from a dream state or whether you are wanting to help people, the intention is there regardless. Because you're not going to dream something if you're not really in alignment with it, right? So either or, you do want to help people, and that's awesome. Emma says, I always look forward to your videos and lives. I really appreciate you sincerely and genuine. Thank you, Ma. It's always my pleasure to have you here as well. You are wonderful. All of you are wonderful. Okay, sure can see why. Awesome. Melanie, connect with that amazing wish. I could learn more about that. Okay, yes. I'm trying to see amazing, amazing. I'm trying to see anybody else. I love it. You guys have so many comments here. How long did it take you to master it? We're talking about telekinesis. Okay, again, just as you think that you've mastered something, Melanie, there's always more for you to discover. Believe it or not, it's a non-ending cycle. Okay, that's why I don't like to label myself either. I don't call myself master. I don't call myself sage. I don't call myself anything, because the minute you put a label on something, what happens is you're limiting yourself, right? And I like to go by unlimited you, of course, which means no limits. Literally, not just me, but all of you, all of us, we have no limits. Okay? And we always grow, we always expand. Okay? So, just as you think you've mastered something, doesn't matter if it is telekinesis or whatever the case might be, you quickly discover that there's something else that you need to master on top of that, and so on and so on. It's a non-ending game, which is good, because if it was a destination that you reach and it's over, then the fun would be over as well. Okay, by creating not a destination but a journey, you always grow and expand. But it took me a while. I know I got a little carried away there. It took me a while, Melanie. I would love to master that. Of course, a lot of people do. And Helen is asking, what about ayahuasca? Believe it or not, I have somebody that I know right now. I'm not going to mention any names. They are out in Peru on one of those ayahuasca retreats. Okay, so he goes out in the middle of the jungle, and actually, I believe it's Self Mastery. His channel, you can check him out. Self Mastery or something like that. Anyway, his name is Nicholas. But anyway, yes, he's out on a retreat, ayahuasca retreat out in Peru, and he posts regularly about his experience, right? And he was out in the jungle with sometimes just two other people and their shaman, of course, right? And they were sitting there and they were doing this. They were drinking like a cup of this, and they would, see visions, see things. So do they work? Absolutely. How safe it is, I'm not sure. He had like one cup, but you recommend to have anywhere between 2 to 3 cups in order for you to really be in that zone, right? So it's an experience. That's all I can say, Helen. And if you are in alignment with it, then so be it. You know what I mean? That's fine. My friend Nicholas seems to like it, so he's in alignment with it. So, what other questions do we have? Camila, but when I'm so much awake, can they bring me more, or will everything happen anyways? So, but when I am so much awake, can they bring me more, or will everything happen anyways? So, the more aware you are, the more awake you are, Camila, the more in alignment you are with who you truly are, and more the floodgates open towards you, okay? So, the more awake you are, the more things will happen to you. Of course they will, because you are accepting more who you really are. Okay. Yes, the stigmata I was referring to. Yes. Thank you, Panilko. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hello, my friend Boots and Boots is here. Hi, my friend. Blessings, love, and light. Blessings, love, and light to you as well. Rick, can you tell what's my gift? And so how can I amplify it? Just by looking, I would need to speak to you actually, Rick, believe it or not, because when I generally when I speak, even if it's a Zoom meeting, if we can have a Zoom meeting on one, for example, I would most likely be able to read you what kind of a gift you would have or what gift you do have. But at the same time, it doesn't matter what I think you have. The point is for you to notice what it is that you are being guided towards. What is it that you are being pushed in a nice way, pushed, right? So you will generally see a theme going on in your life, Rick. Okay, and this theme is going to repeat itself over and over and over again. And it is most likely a theme that was happening in your life, Rick, maybe even at an early stage, or maybe it started, lately. But whatever the theme is, it's a repetitive one. Now, this happens because the universe is pushing you towards, in this case, your gift. Okay, it's pushing it in your face. It's guiding you towards it. And if you don't accept this gift, it's going to keep pushing it until you realize it, right? So it doesn't necessarily matter what I see in you. What matters is what you see in yourself. And then if you can see what it is that you are guided towards, then you can amplify this, and the sky is literally the limit, Rick. I'm glad, though, I am really, really happy that you are thinking in this way, because I see that you are moved towards a certain direction. That's awesome, Rick. Thank you for sharing that. And Helen, I learn something new each week. I've done it too. It's amazing. Awesome, Helen. Thank you for being here. Trying to see. Herb, okay. Thank you. Camila. Trying to see any other comments from my friends here. Okay. Have to go now. Melanie, okay. It is late now. Hope to see you soon. Need clarity on the manifestation question. Not a problem. Not a problem, Melanie. You can go anytime you want, of course. Nobody is holding anybody here. We are all free to do whatever we please. And Panilko, we all have our gifts. Some just haven't opened them yet or aware of them. 1000%, my friend. Just like I was saying to Rick earlier, Panilko, it doesn't matter what others see in you. You need to discover this for yourself. And a lot of times it is a journey that you got to take on your own to discover your dream, right? Or your gift. A lot of times what happens is you will bump into somebody that might guide you towards that direction. But at the same time, it is always your journey. See, okay, I am a 31-year-old guy. I am in a battle with my mind. Advice? Yes. The advice that I can give you, my friend, is to simply realize that you are not your mind. You need to realize that you are not your thoughts. See, what happens is a lot of times, not a lot of times, all the time for the majority of us, we kind of forget who we are, and we associate ourselves with our thoughts, with our minds, and we think that we are our thoughts. But in reality, what is happening is we are just receivers. Our mind is a receiver. It is picking up information, okay, from the field that the scientists like to call it. Now, I like this word, field. Okay, it's picking up information from the field. And as it's picking up this information, which comes in a thought form, of course, you kind of misinterpret this, and you think that this is you, but it's not. So the first thing that you need to do is to step back. You need to stay silent. You need to stand still. You need to become fully aware of yourself. And if you can, I would highly recommend a meditation 20 to 30 minutes twice a day, okay? But the meditation that I'm talking about is a specific one. The meditation that I'm talking about is you gotta sit there, close your eyes, and calm your body down. And as you have your eyes closed, focus either on your breathing or the chair you're sitting on, okay? And what happens is I want you to just observe your thoughts as they come and go, okay? Observe your emotions as they come and go. And as you see a thought coming, just let it go. Don't let it catch you and drag you into it, because this is what happens in real life. A thought comes to us, we relate to it, and off we go. It just kind of drags us into the ocean, okay? So you want to observe it, be aware of it, and let it go. So that's my advice to you. My advice to you would be to simply become aware of your thoughts and become aware that you are not your thoughts by meditating and by being still and silent and aware of the present moment. Any other messages? Panilko, okay, we have a lot of beautiful people. A lot of beautiful people here. You are a smart man. Yes, Panilko is a smart man, Camila. He definitely is. And Panilko, having a teacher, however, to guide you can take their one much quicker and without falling traps. Yes, definitely. That's what I was saying earlier as well, Panilko. We do have gifts, all of us does. But again, yes, having a teacher, having a mentor, having somebody to guide you, somebody that has been through these stages themselves would definitely avoid a lot of traps that you might fall into. And the majority of the traps, by the way, are all self-created, Panilko. You know what I mean? We create our own traps without even realizing it, because we believe in our mind, we believe in our thoughts, and we don't realize that we are not our mind, we are not our thoughts. And this is what happens. Okay. And John, best creator on the app. Thank you, John. I love you, my friend. I really, really love you. Those of you that don't know who John is, go ahead and follow this gentleman, because he is amazing. Go check him out. Honestly. Yes, he is awesome. Thank you, Helen. You guys are amazing, amazing to have on board, and amazing to be here. Okay, so like I started at the beginning when I was saying, I don't know how many of you didn't catch it, I was talking about the power of intention. And I was saying at the beginning that when you want something to happen, when you want something to manifest, okay, what you want to do is to create an intent or have an intention, like I said. And if you want to quicken it, you marry that intention with your heart field, or what I would call the magnetic field, okay? By doing that, what you are doing is you are creating an electromagnetic field. You're using your mind and you're using your heart, and you're bringing these two fields together. When you bring these two fields together, what happens is remarkable things happen. You can use this for anything, okay? So the way this plays out is this. I'll tell you what I did, just to give you an example. On October the 30th, last month, I created a video and I thanked all my followers, because I had just hit a milestone of 30,000 followers on October the 30th. As I finished the video, when it was uploaded and all that, I quickly put an intent in my mind, and I said, by the end of the month, by November 30th, I even specified the date, by November the 30th, because it was October the 30th, and I wanted to go by November the 30th, which is today, of course. I want to have at least 10,000 new followers, right? Why? Because I just want to grow. I want to expand. I want to bring more people up with me, okay? So I put the intent, okay? And as I put the intent, I touched my heart center with my fingers, okay, like this. Not a lot of pressure, just touched it. I closed my eyes. I took a deep breath. A couple of them. 2, 3, doesn't matter, just because it calms you down, right? And as I did this, I connected with the emotion of love for myself, because love is the top one for me, but you can connect with any positive emotion. You can connect with compassion, appreciation, gratitude, and of course love. You can connect with one, or you can interchange them, and you can connect with all of them if you like. If those 4 are not your cup of tea, you can connect with any other one that is in those frequencies. I'm talking about the high frequencies, okay? So I put the intent, I did this, I held it for 5 minutes, okay? Like the emotional state with my intent that I want to have at least 10,000 followers by November the 30th. And then I let it go, I released it, and I never gave it a second thought. Today is November the 30th, of course, and not only did I hit the extra 10,000 that I wanted, but I surpassed it by a long shot. So I am sitting way over 40,000 today, and I want to thank everybody for being here and helping me accomplish this, of course. So it's not just when you put the intent and you marry it, the universe finds ways to bring the proper people to you. It finds ways to bring all the cooperative components together, okay? And magical things happen. So this is the power of intent. And if I may recommend something to all of you watching, is to start using it, okay? Start using the power of intent. Just intend something, marry it with your emotional state, like I said, so that way you are creating an electromagnetic field, and watch yourself or your manifestation just boom, just explode, just happen right in front of you, okay? The power of intention is powerful enough. The power of your heart alone, when you're putting it out there, is powerful enough. But when you combine the two of them together, it becomes an unstoppable force of nature, okay? And this is what I want to bring out to you. This is what I want you to do, because the minute you start doing this, the sky's the limit. You can have health, because, of course, what good would anything else be if you don't have health, right? You can have health, you can have wealth, you can have happiness, you can have a new spouse if that's what you want. You can have whatever it is you want, as long as, again, you see it in the present moment, not something that you are trying to grab or achieve, okay? Because at the same time, when I said I'm going to have 30,000 or I'm going to have an additional 10,000, I already saw it in the present moment, okay? So intention, this, and I saw it in the present moment. So for me, it was a done deal. It was in the present moment. It was done. So the 30,000 wasn't in my mind anymore. I was already looking at it from the perspective of having 40,000, and here it is, okay? So this is what I wanted to tell you. This is what I wanted you to work on, if you may say that. Now, you are meant to be seen and heard. Thank you, my friend. Anybody else here? Any of my subs having said something? I can't get all of your comments, of course. That's why I'm just kind of zooming by, and whoever's here's here. Oh, Moore's here. Hello, my good friend. Hello to you too. Thank you for being here, my friend. Any questions that anybody might have, please go right ahead and ask me now. I'm going up to see if I missed anybody, because I know I did. So Panilko says, actually funny, few very wise people in past said, I'm intellectually realized, not an experiment yet. You are amazing, Panilko, and you have an amazing sense of humor, by the way. I love you when you're here, and when you're not here, of course. And Panilko says, I'm not smart, simply can speak about what is in my awareness and experience, insight. Thank you, my friend. You are truly an amazing person. And again, for those that haven't seen Panilko's work, he does some remarkable work in the energy department. He does some remarkable work in the department of telekinesis, or in general, not just telekinesis, but in general, you know, connecting with the environment around him, connecting with energies. He does a lot of work with energy, frequency, and vibration, of course. So go check him out. Anybody else? And Camila, what were you saying? What tools do you use in your life, and what do you feel is the best for you personally? So like I said, the most important tools that I definitely use, Camila, is first of all, not to judge anything or anyone, okay? And to the best of my ability, I try to feel love constantly, okay? And the way I do it is I focus on my center, on the heart center, and I just focus on the emotion, on the feeling of love, okay? And I see everything in the present moment. I see myself as being complete. I see myself as not needing anything. And this is what has shaped me. This is what has changed my personality. The feeling that I lack nothing, the feeling that I am a being of love and light, the feeling that I am connected to everyone, the feeling that we are all one. And when I say all of us, we are one, I don't just mean the people, I mean everything. I mean the animals in our planet. I mean the vegetation in our planet. I mean even the walls around us, the buildings around us, the earth below us, the sun, the moon, the stars, the whole universe. I see us as being one, okay? We are one. We are just looking at things in a different, from a different perspective. We are looking at things from a different point in time, if you might say that, right? That would be my best tool, my friend. But having said that, I think I went a little overboard here, Camila, because I can't stop talking when I talk about these things. I just love it so much. Thank you for that, Camila. Thank you, Camila, for making me talk more. I'm just kidding. I love you. And Shahira, using the power by wrong people can be dangerous, or is there any limitations to that? So again, thank you for that beautiful question, Shahira. Again, there's nothing in this planet that is wrong or right. It is just our perspective. The power, believe it or not, is always there. Anybody can tap into anything if they are in alignment with it. If they are not in alignment with it, they're not going to gain any power or any influence to begin with. So they need to be in alignment. Once they are in alignment, chances are those powers would be used only for good, because what happens is when you're in alignment with certain things, your perspective also changes, your personality also changes, and you tend to see things from a very different light, okay? So, can anybody hurt humanity? I get what you mean, but who you really are can never be hurt, okay? You are not your body, like I've said before, Shahira. The moving of energy is also perceived as goosebumps, 1000%, yes. And Camila, very good answer. We love you so much. You're such an incredible, smart soul. Thank you, Camila. I love having you here. You know, because I see all this movement, I was going to close earlier actually, but I see so many people jumped on board, so many people asking so many wonderful questions, so many people interacting, that it just makes me want to do more. And I love you guys. I really, really love you guys. I really do. But I still need to close at some point. I do have to respond to a few of you here about the mentoring and all that stuff. So I still have work to do, believe it or not. But I still love to be here. Any questions that we might have that I might have missed? I'm going up to see what's going on here. I don't think I missed anything up here. Okay, Roxanne, yes. Hi, I will ask the big tree if I will be together with the man I love. So, that's awesome. And Roxana says, hi, I will ask the big tree, okay? So, you can ask the big tree anything you want, but believe it or not, the answer that you are going to get is going to come from either your higher being or your spiritual guides or your spiritual team, okay? Because you always get answers from them, even though the information might seem that it's coming from the tree, which it might even come from that as well. But instead of asking if you will get something, how about you just manifest it on your own? Okay, because you truly are that powerful, Roxanne. You don't need to ask a tree. You don't need to ask, what do you call it, your guides or anything like that. All you need to do is you need to tap into it right here, right now, and just create it yourself. You are a powerful creator, after all. You are. Everybody in this physical reality is a powerful creator. You wouldn't be here otherwise, okay? You chose to be here. You chose to go through all these obstacles so you can grow, so you can evolve. So you have the power to bring whatever man it is to bring into your life. Of course, that means that they have to be in alignment with you as well. Okay, you can't just force somebody to be there, but you can definitely influence people to be around you. Did I miss anything? I'm not sure what the topic is today. I, however, getting the hang on manifestation, that which I want. Awesome. Thank you, More. So the topic was pretty much about intent, More, okay? And the intent was actually the same thing as that. It was about manifestation. So when you intend something and you marry that with your emotional state, and what I mean by marry it, I mean just, you know, you feel positive emotions like gratitude, appreciation, compassion, love, right? And you combine the electromagnetic field. Why is it electromagnetic? You have your mind and you have your heart. Therefore, you're creating two different fields here, and you send it out there. You will get whatever it is that you wanted to create. So you didn't miss anything really, More. And Nadia says, how do you open your third eye? By realizing that your third eye is never closed to begin with, okay? You can always focus on that area, and the more you focus on that area, the more you will feel a vibration, okay? But your third eye is never closed. It just needs to be worked on, just like any other, you know, like a muscle in your body. The more you focus on it, the more you will, you know, feel it vibrating or tingling. And that means that you are ready to fly with it. Okay. Shahira, using the power. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. That's awesome. And Camila, very good answer. We love you so much. You're such an incredible. Okay, yeah, we talked about that too. Thank you, thank you. We'll hang out all night. John, you're awesome, my friend. You're awesome. Camila, is there any special music that can make it easier to astral travel? Actually, again, there's nothing special about the music. It all depends on what you are in alignment with, Camila, okay? So if you are in alignment with music that is more uplifting, I should say, like when I say more uplifting, there are certain frequencies, certain hertz of music that you can hear, right? But then again, I wouldn't necessarily focus on the hertz. I would focus on what makes you feel good. So even if it's a tune that you are in alignment with, play that. And it will make it easier to astral travel for sure, because it is a tool after all. And Helen, good night. Thank you for your advice. Please message me about the one-to-one guidance. Yes, Helen, I will. Thank you. And Susan, hello, my friend Susan. You're catching me late. That's all good, but always nice to have you here on board, Susan. Thank you for jumping aboard. I can't close. Look at how many people are here. I'm trying to close and I'm saying, wow, like I just have a whole bunch of you here, and I love every single one of you. But I have been speaking for maybe an hour and a half now. So eventually I would have to shut this down. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Christian. Susan, since you're here, I'm briefly going to say it again about the power of intent, and Moore is here as well, so I wanted to speak really, really fast. Thank you. You made my higher self answer me. Yes, beautiful. So, Susan, I was talking about the intent and the power of intention and how it is to manifest, okay? So, as I was saying earlier, I was using myself as an example, and what I was saying is, back in, a month ago, October 30th, I created a video and I said, about, I was thanking people about the 30,000 followers that I had. And after I finished that video, I put this intention in my mind and I said, you know what, by November 30th, which would be a month from back then, all I wanted to do was to actually have an additional 10,000 people. That's what I'm doing. Thank you, Susan. I am recapping. I wanted to have an additional 10,000 people, right? So what did I do after I uploaded that video and it was gone? I put the intention out there, and then what I did was I touched my heart center right here. I closed my eyes. I took 2-3 deep breaths like I did like 2-3 times just to calm myself down. And then I focused on the emotion of love. Now, for this to work, it doesn't necessarily have to be love. It can be any positive emotion. I strongly suggest, one of those four, like compassion, appreciation, gratitude, or love. But you can pick any emotion that you are in alignment with, as long as it's in the higher frequencies, of course, right? So, as I did this, and I had the intention in my mind, I kept the intention and this feeling of emotion for about 5 minutes, okay? And while I was doing this, I visualized the 40,000, okay? Because that's what it would be, like 30,000 plus 10. I visualized that I would have 40,000 in the present moment, right here, right now. And I visualized it as if it was already November the 30th. So, fast forward a month later, not only did I get my 10,000, but I surpassed it by a long shot. I don't even know what I'm looking at, but when I started this live, I was already over 41,000. But I'm not here to brag. What I'm saying is, if you actually manage to use these two powers together, because you're using your electrical field with your magnetic field, you are marrying them together, and you are sending this information out to the universe, and then you just let it go. So that's what I did. I did this, I let it go, never gave it a thought again, and fast forward a month later, here it is. So that was the recap, Susan. You didn't really miss anything, but that was the recap. Okay. Anything else that we have here? I'm really good to hear that you plan on doing the same thing as my dream told me you would. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Camila, for that. I've been talking for a while now, so awesome. Thank you, Susan, for joining, and thank you for getting that as well. So, on that note, like I said, I have been speaking for quite a while now. I would like to close at this point. I do have quite, other things that I need to, not need to, but I should say I'm in alignment with to do right here, right now. So, again, for those of you that don't know me, you can go right ahead and you can check my page. And if you like what you see, you can hit the follow. And at the same time, you can hit the notifications bell. You're going to find that under your friends list or the following list, okay? And at the bottom of my page, you will find my link tree. You can hit that as well. That will direct you towards my YouTube and Instagram. I do different things on different platforms related to this kind of work, of course. And I do upload these videos on, thank you, young soul, on YouTube, so that way we don't miss anything. And again, for those that do want to subscribe, this is your opportunity before I close. If you do so, you will get a 15-minute Zoom meeting, one-on-one, just to see where we're at, just to get to know each other a little bit better. So, having said this, I'm going to close now. Love and light to all. I want to thank everybody for being here, for joining me on this live. I want to thank everybody for helping me achieve this 40,000 milestone, of course. And as always, I really, really love connecting with you all. I really love all your questions. I really love all the interaction that we have. And I'm so grateful to have every single one of you here. On that note, no matter what you do, be the greatest you. Love and light to all. And I thank you once again for being here and connecting. Take care. Love you all. Bye for now.